Meet Sandra. The 48-year-old woman from Sweden moved to Thailand 2 years ago with her husband and kid to open a business.
The system in Sweden, it made me feel like trapped.
We are talking to her today about why she's fed up with Sweden, how she was able to continue even after losing tons of money,
I would say this is a miracle.
and about how deep trauma has shaped her business.
And I prepared myself to die.
But Thailand is working so hard.
We are Mon Maayan, and this is our channel.
Hello, welcome inside to my house. This is where I live. Come inside. It's a one-floor villa. We have 3 bedrooms and a very big sofa that we invested in and totally worth it. So in here we have a little one. This is his room. Hey, Lancelot. You're sitting playing with some Lego. Yeah. And then we have my bedroom. It's in here. It's like a little bit different from the standard that I had in Sweden, but this is actually perfectly fine. And in here you can feel the air condition, which is very nice to have when you live in a hot country like this. And then we need to go into the most important room actually. And in here it's a mess. Here's my partner Peter. He's an artist. He sits here producing his stuff and then sending it all over the world or to Sweden or wherever his art needs to go. But in here you have all of my clown costumes. Yeah, here we have Pippi Longstocking, Princess, Pirate, and loads of balloons because you need that for my work. It's a lot of stuff what I need in here for my event business, which is actually the other part of what I do here on Lanta. This is what I like mostly about this house, that it's so open and that it has like a big terrace. Because you always keep the doors open and it's like you want to be outside, inside, and then we just hang around here a lot. So one thing what I do like is to just come here, lay in this hammock, don't need so much, just lay there and swing and listen to the bird.
And you said it just now,
Yeah.
a little bit different standard that
Yeah.
you used in Sweden.
Yeah, when we moved here, we actually came from a very, very big house. It was a dream house, it really was. But it didn't matter because I was still not happy in Sweden. So I had everything. My business was going good. Like we had the beautiful house, everything. But still, no, I didn't want to stay there. So here I ended up. So ground base, I am a TV journalist and I've been working within the TV journalistics for quite some years. And the last part before we came here to Thailand, I was actually very engaged politically. I was not happy with how things was going in Sweden, and I just really wanted to do something about it. So I started to really dig into things, and I got people out on the street to protest about things, and I just really tried to make a change.
Tillsammans. En applåd för oss föräldrar och vuxna som står upp för våra barn och visar vägen.
And I worked so hard with this full time for a couple of years. And I'm really proud of my work with what I did. But after some time, I just felt like I just want to live my life and be happy and be free and so on. So it came to a point where my youngest was about to start to school. And yes, Sweden is a very lovely country in many ways. But for example, in Sweden, you cannot do homeschooling. I really wanted to put him to school. It's not about that. But it was no school that we found that we felt safe and okay with.
Many people would watch this and say yeah, as far as we know, Sweden has a way better school system than Thailand.
Yeah,
you know?
okay. It's not about that I don't want my son to be in school, because of course I do. But I want a lot more like freedom and to choose for myself. The system in Sweden, it made me feel like trapped and that I was not really free. When we really made the choice to come here for putting Lancelot in school here and for him to learn Thai, English, and just have a more grounded, they're outside playing. We just live more in the now, and it's a much more simpler life, and we just prefer and like that. Sometimes struggle, but in the bigger picture, I'm more happy here.
Is there a place with sun all year round and pina coladas with pretty faces and sand on the ground? I wanna stop this ongoing train before I lose my mind and go insane. I don't wanna sleep every night. I wanna light a spark in the dark. I don't wanna say I'm okay, living the same every day. Come run beside me, let's take off. Let's leave this place for another place.
What I am doing here is really building health centers. I mean, we're going to do dance classes, we're going to do Pilates, we have breathwork, we have yoga, we have massage, I'm open for everything and anything. So anything that comes in the field of health are welcome to be with us here. It used to be a massage studio, so that's why on the walls. But we're taking down the walls. We got up these mirrors now, and you have like the fantastic view. Outdoor here, we're building an outdoor sauna. And here is coming more ice baths. So they're coming next week and get busy with that. So we have everything ready for before next high season.
Look who's here behind the wall. Ta-da!
I also do yoga here at Sandra's studio.
But it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, and at one point Sandra lost some money because of, let's call it, misjudgments. But looking back, she's able to see it was a great life lesson.
Well, make sure that you have a contract. Don't believe in words. And just really, settle up things on paper.
I'm just wondering how you keep up the good spirits, because you did lose a lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of money for me it was, because I didn't really have any money. So I put all of it just into what I was doing. But I'm so determined. I know what I want to do, and there's nothing that's going to take that away from me.
Okay.
It's just, I know where I'm going. And and that is no matter what.
So you basically found other ways to bring money to the business, even though yours was already finished.
Sort of, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'll ask you more about that later.
Yeah. 2004, I came to Khao Lak. I was at that time working as a TV presenter for national Swedish television, and I was having almost like a burnout at that time. So I really needed a holiday, like a vacation. And I land in the middle of the night. I come to Khao Lak, I check in, and then we planned on to go out to Mon Maayan Islands in the morning for diving. So we jump on a diving boat, and then the tsunami happens. When we were on the sea, they took us up on a big hangar-like ship, and I didn't really know what was going on, so I thought it was a terror attack or something, because we came up on the boat and it was weapons everywhere, and then they just threw us up on this big boat and said to us, just hold on to something, there's gonna come a big wave, so just hold on. And I remember standing there and I didn't know what to expect, and I just looked at the water and I prepared myself to die, really.
Wow.
And I see, it's still a bit emotional talking about it. That's maybe because I'm here. It was really, really traumatic. But it never really came, and it was more like of a death thing. And then we started to go around in the sea, pick up people, injured people, and so on. And then towards the evening, they took us into Khao Lak when they thought it was more safe. And when I came there, there was no electricity. It were boats up in the trees, vehicles in the trees. It was dead bodies everywhere. I ran into mud up here around, like dead people. And it was just, they told us just to run and to get to some military truck that they were picking all of us up and taking us to a temple. And I come up on this truck and I come to this temple, and then there's it's like a war zone. It's so many injured people, dead people. It was a war zone, and I was terrified, and I didn't know what to do. And I just remember there was this Swedish girl, like 5-6 years old, this also touches me really much because I'm so much involved with the children and I've had so much pain about being a survivor when there was so many children who died. But I remember so well, she was laying like on a bed and her back was open and it was a big hole in her back and she was crying for her mom. And then I said to my boyfriend, like, you need to take me out of here, I cannot take this. And then right after that, it was like another panic attack. They said like, there's another wave coming, you need to run. So it was hundreds and hundreds of people just starting to run. I had to deal with this huge trauma that I had. And I was injured and I had to go to the hospital all the time. It was really, really bad. And I had no idea what was going on. So I needed to find out my own way of healing myself because the hospitals and the doctors wouldn't tell me that I was suffering from post-traumatic stress syndrome. This is where the breathing came into my life, that I saw that I needed to take control of this panic attacks and just do what my body wanted to do. Because I was filled with trauma, not dealt with, and the trauma needed to get out. I came here very determined to bind everything of this together with all of my experiences, healing myself from my trauma, helping other people heal theirs.
Close your eyes, hear the voice within, calling. This heavy load got under your skin, howling. You got the white knuckles holding on it tight, keeping your feelings bottled up inside, heading for collision and denial. To really live, you gotta die. Breathe in, breathe out. Hey, come alive. Breathe in, breathe out. Look at the colors, colors.
For me, I just feel like just able to talk to you, to release so many things with you and share with many people around the world. And it's already good. When you get in here, you would feel like you're so happy to release it out even more, because you feel like you're in a such, really feel yourself in the core. That, for me, I'm so happy to feel like healing myself, to let it out everything, like especially with my childhood trauma, with my family life, with my parents working so hard to bring me up to where I am right now. Just yeah, I feel like you feel like this time I feel like when I go home, I feel like I less angry to my parents, to my dad especially. I feel like I love them more and more.
Breathe in, breathe out. Hey, come alive. Breathe in, breathe out.
What are the struggles?
Well, I love Sweden. I miss Sweden. I miss the seasons. I love spring. I love summer. I love winter. We live on the Thai baht here with my business and so on, like Thai prices. So for us to buy like a ticket to go to Sweden, it's a fortune. And of course, I would like to go, maybe a couple of times a year or so on. But it's a sacrifice that we make. I came here with around 10,000 euros. And I thought, it would be good for some time and so on. And I didn't really know, didn't really research either. We just did it. And then we came here, and the first thing I did was invest to start up a company. And yeah, it was a bit more than I expected. And then I had some bad luck, and I lost a lot of money. And then I was still growing, and I had all of these customers and so on. And I didn't know what to do. I would say this is a miracle how it went. I believe in miracles because they're real. It happened to me several times in my life. There were some clients of mine actually, that I have done some sessions with, and we connected really good. And they have been following me, seeing what I've been doing, you know, how hard I've been working, what I have built it up. And when they knew that I was in this situation, they just came like, how much do you need? And then they just invested in me. And I don't need to, you know, it's like they did that because they believe in my business and so on. And this just, everything is possible. You don't know what's waiting around the corner. You have no idea what life will bring you.
Oh, maybe all we need is different.